Hello YouTube and welcome to another quick video. This one's an update on my last one when I was having some drivetrain issues on my BMW 2 Series 2 litre diesel. If you've seen that video, you'll be aware I read the code using a code reader, and it said that the lambda sensor down there just before the cat was faulty. I replaced that and it did seem to fix the issues for a week or two. And then the symptoms started happening again, the sort of juddering under low RPM and occasionally the refusal to drive, saying drivetrain issue. That was the only fault code that was coming up. Exactly the same code pinged up again, even though it was a brand new sensor. So I bit the bullet and I booked it into the BMW main dealer to get it looked at. Pretty scared to do this obviously because their hourly rates can be quite high, but the advantage of it is because they're BMW specialists, they see a lot of these cars, so they've got a good knowledge of what the common faults are, and my thoughts were they can probably diagnose it and fix it a lot quicker. And to cut a long story short, it turned out to be the EGR valve, which you can see on mine is quite shiny. That's because it's new, because BMW replaced it. In case you don't know what an EGR valve is, it stands for exhaust gas recirculation, and it's part of emissions control basically. They've been on cars for the last 10-15 years, and they basically take some of the gases from the exhaust, feed them back into the engine again to be burnt again to reduce the exhaust emissions. They do have a bit of a notorious reputation. Obviously these exhaust gases going through, they've got quite a lot of fumes in, and over time they gum up a lot of these interior parts and pipework, and even the engine in some cases, with a kind of tarry residue, and this builds up and up and up and eventually can gum up valves and things and stop them from working altogether. And that seems to have happened on this one. Now it's a bit strange on mine. My car's only done 25,000 miles. I don't do a lot of motorway miles, I do quite a few short journeys, so perhaps that's contributed to it, but still you would not expect a fault like this on a car that's done this low mileage. And it does seem from a bit of research I've done that there is not a fault with these valves, but perhaps a poor design, because the guy at the garage did confirm they've replaced it with a new one with an updated design to prevent this from happening again. And I have read that on some cars, not actually this one, but on a lot of BMWs, they're replacing these EGR valves as part of a recall, so doing it for free. Now fortunately for me, they did this on mine as a goodwill gesture. I think they saw my almost heart attack when he told me how much it was going to cost. This was on top of the service and the MOT I was getting done at the same time as well. And also I think because the car's pretty new and it's pretty low mileage, so they turned that around. I was at one point going to do quite a rant video on BMWs, but I'm reasonably happy overall now that they've sorted that, and hopefully it's fixed for good. Anyway, that's it really. I just thought I'd make a video in case you followed the last one I did and thought that would solve everything. I'm going to leave the last video up because it is a useful guide to how to replace the O2 sensor, but I'm going to put some comments at the end of it saying that hasn't actually resolved the issue. Refer to this video. Anyway, hope you found that information useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.